That
I,
underwater scene was great.
I didn't expect that this story to get so real, and I think that's sometimes the best Batman stories. You don't expect them to get really personal, but holy crap, when they do, you're like, wow.
Well, even the art in this, everybody is like it's so real, so visceral.
Hold on, I need to load it.
It's time for Leo's story.
Yes, the most real of the bunch.
Yeah,
It was good though. Like,
No,
I don't
no,
know about you guys. Like, I love Batman just as much as Leo, but like this, even though it was like part origin story, part like uh just detective story,
Mhm.
it was intense. There's emotion in it. Like,
Yeah, it was a very
Oh,
real
yeah.
story.
yeah,
yeah.
and Batman doesn't say a word throughout the whole thing, and it's only so this year it's taking place in Detective Comics 429. The story is Night of the Stalker. Other stories were covered, but we just covered this, the first 15 or so pages, and this was published in 1974. So one evening in Gotham, Batman sees a couple being robbed and shot, obviously reminding him of his parents' death. Obviously, he catches one of the thieves, but the others escape. Batman chases them to the city's edge where a fight breaks out. Shots are fired at Batman, but don't hurt him. And in the confrontation, he and a thug tumble off a cliff. Batman hangs onto a branch, leaving the thug knocked out, and resumes his hunt. Soon he finds the other crooks in a forest shack. After a scary entrance and a chase to the pond, Batman overcomes the crook by trying to drown him. The final crook, young and regretful, is left for the police, and Batman hears their sirens. Batman then, back at home, Bruce Wayne reflects his childhood trauma. Standing alone in his penthouse, the memory of that fateful night with his parents haunting him. That is the synopsis. Let me do a quick. Who wrote this? Yeah, Vin Amendola, Sal Amendola, and Steve Englehart.
I just, yeah,
Yeah,
I know who Steve is. He's
yeah.
done
And
he's done stuff before.
Sal
Wasn't
also
it Neil
did the art as well. Sorry, what's that, Carrie?
This was edited by Neil Adams, wasn't it? Or am I?
I know Dick
No,
Giordano
Archie
was
Goodwin.
part of this, right? Dick Giordano did some of the art, or did
He did
like
the ink.
inks.
He did the ink.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Archie Goodwin was the editor.
Oh,
Nice.
I don't know why I'm get the.
But yeah, so
There's enough over here.
That
I,
underwater scene was great.
yeah,
Like,
I didn't expect that this story to get so real, and I think that's sometimes the best Batman stories. You don't expect them to get really personal, but holy crap, when they do, you're like, wow.
well, even the art in this, everybody is like it's so real, so visceral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, I have to say with this, you really feel for his parents. Like
Oh yeah.
You realize why. I mean, we all know why Batman's doing it, but very few stories tell, in such a way that you're actually feeling for it. You feel his pain for his parents and why he's doing everything.
right.
And then these thugs, these no-name thugs, one of them, thinks he takes out Batman. And he's celebrating, the Joker couldn't do it, Penguin couldn't do it, but I did it with a rock,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, it's he thought he drowned Batman, then Batman just pops up and then takes him under. Yeah, absolutely love the story. And like I said, it's a very short read, only like 15 pages.
Yeah.
But you know the thing that you got to love is that I feel like people in comics did a lot more with less than sometimes people now do, you know? Like sometimes I appreciate a story that's a tight, like if it needs the extra pages, fine, but if the story is still tight, great, you know? But I just feel like there would just been a lot of talking and unnecessary action. Like this moved the way it needed, it said what it had to, and the emotion was just so raw, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
very
much
much
so.
was.
I
found the thing. Sorry.
go ahead, Carrie.
Oh, I found where I got Neil Adams from. It was they came up with it based on a story that he described to them, but that's why I was getting it confused. But yeah, everybody has is on super hyperdrive, and having him not speak at all, just seeing
For real,
everything through
he's
Batman's eyes and
just this
stuff.
kind of
You're
like
just like, oh wow, the
dark
sheer terror
stalker.
that he's inspired into everyone just by existing, you know.
Yeah, it was definitely the more emotional one of this batch. So
Yeah,
but
you
yeah,
got the feels, Leo.
but
Thank you.
but what this I just kind of want to conclude this. It's just what this just taught me is everybody in the show has excellent taste in comics. So keep up the good work for the new year, everyone.
So just real quick, I don't know how true this is, but I read that this was supposed to be actually an episode on Batman the animated series, but got scrapped at some point.
Oh wow.
I could see it.
Yeah.
Definitely fits that kind of dark theme.
Yeah, Ducale says total roller coaster of a comic. That might have been for Hitman. If not, let us know. And Dennis is asking, anyone going to the con this weekend in Boxborough, Mass?
I might be.
He might be
going as a everyday Comic Con goer.
Yeah.
the Jar Jar Jeremy costume.
Yeah, and I think I told you, Jar Jar, if you're going, just let Ben know, and he can get you passes.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Look at you, Jar.
That's good because it's a little bit expensive.
Yeah, they're getting that scoop.
And Ducale, it was for Batman. Thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, so everybody has excellent taste in comics. So
Excelsior!